Like the 1976 Genesis album A Trick of the Tail, the British band's first studio record fronted by Phil Collins, the 2018 Genesis G80 Sport signals a subtle but noteworthy change to the Korean luxury brand's ethos. Charged with injecting a dose of dynamism and style into the G80 midsize luxury sedan, the Sport aims to challenge the likes of the BMW 540i and the Cadillac CTS V Sport. Like those cars, the G80 Sport employs a forced induction 6-cylinder engine. Displacing 3.3 liters, the twin-turbocharged V6 is exclusive to the Sport trim and makes 365 horsepower. Its output is sent to the rear wheels by way of an 8-speed automatic transmission. All-wheel drive is a $2,500 option, with a base price of $56,225. The G80 Sport occupies the space between the entry-level $42,725 G80 3.8, with its 311 horsepower 3.8-liter V6, and the $57,975 G80 5.0, which is motivated by a 420 horsepower 5.0-liter V8. Despite its 55 horsepower disadvantage compared with its V8 counterpart, the G80 Sport bettered the previous, Hyundai-badged 5.0-liter version of the car in almost every acceleration test we conducted. The nearly lag-free twin-turbo V6 helped hustle the Sport from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.9 seconds, from 5 to 60 miles per hour in 5.5 seconds, and through the quarter mile in 13.5 seconds at 105 miles per hour minus 0.1 second ahead of the V8 model in each measure. The G80 Sport's passing times were equally impressive, with our test car sprinting from 30 to 50 miles per hour in 2.7 seconds, 0.1 second quicker than the V8, and from 50 to 70 miles per hour in 3.6 seconds, matching the V8. Credit the 376 pounds-to-foot of torque that's available at a low 1,300 revolutions per minute and hold steady until 4,500 revs. The V8 doesn't dole out its maximum of 383 pounds-to-foot until 5,000 revolutions per minute. Nevertheless, the G80 Sport's hefty, 4,500-pound curb weight prevents this sedan from keeping pace with the BMW 540i and the Cadillac CTS V Sport, which are each more than 400 pounds lighter. With less mass to push, the BMW needed just 4.7 seconds to get to 60 miles per hour and 13.2 seconds to complete the quarter mile. The similarly svelte Caddy hit 60 miles per hour in just 4.5 seconds and ran the quarter in 12.9. The prodigious poundage and all-season rubber, we'd expect a performance tire option on a vehicle wearing a Sport badge, also hindered this G80's lateral acceleration and braking. Fitted with a set of staggered-width 19-inch Continental Pro Contact TX tires, 245/40 up front and 275/35 at the rear, the G80 Sport recorded a modest 0.84 grams around our 300-foot skid pad and ate up 179 feet of tarmac on its way to a complete stop from 70 miles per hour. That's 0.02 grams less and 12 feet longer than the 2015 V8 model on all-season tires. In spite of its middling skid pad performance, the Sport's adaptive dampers noticeably improve the car's ride and handling balance relative to its G80 kin. The suspension enhancements rein in body motions without sacrificing ride comfort, making the G80 Sport less floaty than its siblings. That said, this car lacks the nimble reflexes, communicative controls, and general driving engagement of the CTS V Sport and the Jaguar XFS. At least the G80 Sport looks the part, with aggressive front and rear fascias, a mesh grille, rocker panel extensions, split-spoke 19-inch wheels, and tinted LED taillights that provide a more menacing mien than the G80 3.8 and 5.0. The Sport also features copper-colored accents around its grille, lower air intakes, wheel center hubs, and within the housings of its standard LED headlights. The copper color also is seen on the G80 Sport's dashboard-mounted analog clock and the stitching on the gray or black leather applied to the heavily bolstered seats and the steering wheel. Other interior touches include a number of carbon fiber trim pieces, a black micro-suede headliner, and aluminum pedal covers. The horizontally oriented dashboard is marked by large gauges and a big, centrally located touchscreen infotainment system with navigation as well as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. Users also can interact with the 9.2-inch touchscreen by twisting a rotary control knob located on the console. Additionally, The center stack features a handful of physical buttons and knobs for operating the audio and climate control systems. Standard niceties include a head-up display, a panoramic sunroof, front and rear parking sensors, heated and ventilated front seats, and a proximity key with push-button start, as well as active safety features such as automated emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, lane keeping assist, and blind spot monitoring. The only options on the G80 Sport are accessories such as wheel locks and floor mats. Add this level of equipment to either a 540 or a CTS-V Sport and you can plan on dropping $70,020 for the Beamer and $72,290 for the Caddy, $13,795 and $16,065 more than the G80 Sport. The Genesis G80 Sport offers a formidable twin-turbocharged engine and stylish design details, but its performance and driving engagement still trail behind its competitors. So while it's a solid step, it's but one footfall on a longer journey, one that sees the Korean brand wielding more driver-centric vehicles in its battle to gain share from the more established luxury players. The next generation G80, due in 2019, is the one that will tell us if Genesis is on the right path.